Namaste. Welcome to this water element yoga flow. The water element relates to the pelvic region of our body, which is the seat of creativity, movement, emotions, and relationships, and the hips, which tend to hold on to and store emotions in our body. This practice is for us to reconnect and tap into this energy and allow creativity to channel through us, and also to build a more fluid relationship with our emotions through a hip opening sequence. This flow on the mat will help us to build the ability off the mat to kind of go with the flow and to find more clarity through all the transitions that we might be going through in our lives. Great, so let's get started in a comfortable seat and start with a little bit of awareness into the breath. So finding that nice and tall spine, we're going to gently close our eyes, allow the shoulders to relax, and just begin to notice our natural breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And imagine the breath being like a circle. The inhalation forming one half of the circle, and the exhalation forming the other half. Noticing if there are any rough edges in that circle, and mindfully just softening those rough edges out and smoothing them out. Nice. Blink your eyes to open if they're closed. And now we're going to practice Ujjayi pranayama, which is also called the ocean's breath. So for this breathing technique, we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose by slightly contracting the back muscles of the throat. So imagine inhaling steam through the mouth with your inhale. So, and exhaling, imagine fogging up a mirror like so. But we will do this with our lips together, so it's all happening in and out through the nose. So Ujjayi pranayama not only helps us to find a little more depth in our breath, but it also gives us a very nice and soothing sound that we can come back to whenever our mind starts to wander. And don't worry if this doesn't come very easily at first. It takes practice and you will slowly get it. Try it, and if not, you can just come back to your natural breath in and out through the nose, or a little deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Okay, so let's start off with our flow now. We're going to start in a tabletop position, so bring your wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hip bones, and we'll start with our cat and cow. So inhaling to soften the belly, we're reaching the sit bones nice and high, the shoulders back, lengthening through the neck, and exhaling as we round through the back. Inhaling to soften the belly, go at your own breath pace. Find fluidity in the spine in each movement. Taking nice and deep breaths in and out through the nose. Listening to the sound of your breath and noticing maybe each breath bringing in a little more depth into the undulations of your spine, into the movement of your spine. And now I really invite you to close your eyes and take any movement that feels good in your body. Just accepting what the body is asking for. Just going with the flow. Moving the shoulders, taking some rolls with the neck, moving the hips side to side in one direction and then in the other. Allowing your breath to reach every little corner of the body. Nice. Once you've done that, come back to your tabletop position. Open your eyes if they're still closed. And now we will go into our downward facing dog, nice and mindfully. So walk your hands a couple of inches forward, tuck the toes under, draw the lower belly in, push the floor away from you, lift the hips up high, send your hips back and up. And once again, start to pedal out your feet, moving your hips from side to side. Remember that this is all about movement, all about flow, finding fluidity. Nice. Now come into your downward facing dog, and we're going to ripple the spine forward and come into a plank position. So let's lift our heels nice and high. Draw the belly in, starting from the lower back, mid back, upper back. Ripple forward until you come into this plank position. Now we're going to go back into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, shift the hips back, and wave the spine back into downward dog. Let's do that again. Lift the heels, ripple forward. Nice and mindfully. Nice and slow. Bend the knees, send the hips back, wave back into down dog. Let's do that once again. Go at your own pace. Nice. We're going to bend the knees. Bring the knees as wide as the mat, toes touch. Come into your child's pose. And just take a second here to find an intention that you wish to set for today's practice or for today in general. Maybe something around the theme of going with the flow, accepting, flowing. And imagine a waterfall cascading down through the bones, through every organ, every joint, and on the way purifying and cleansing away anything that you wish to release. Nice. Inhale as you look forward. We're going to go into our cobra from here. So bend the elbows, stretch your arms nice and straight towards the front. Bend the elbows, slide forward. Come as close as the mat as you can. And come onto the belly. Legs can be apart or together, hands under the shoulders. Peel your chest off the floor as you inhale. Lengthen the back of your neck and exhale down. We'll keep flowing here. Inhale to lift the chest. Keep the legs active. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale to lower. So you can keep going with this variation of cobra, or you can bring the fingers outside the mat. So tent up your palms, elbows come up, press into the finger tips or the fingers, and inhale to reach up. Exhale to ripple down. Let's do that once again. Mindfully feeling that movement in your spine, in your back, in your chest, in your neck. Last one here together. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down. Nice. Bring your hands under the shoulders. We're going to bring our legs about hip width distance apart. Tuck the toes under and lift yourself up into tabletop. Push the hips back. Come back into downward facing dog. Let's bring the feet together. Lift the left leg nice and high towards the ceiling and bend the knee. So we're moving into a little bit of a hip opening stretch here. So the toes drop towards the right side of the body. Lift the knee up and keep pressing equally into both your hands. You can even draw circles with your knee. So circles in one direction, finding fluidity in that hip joint, and then in the other direction. Nice. From here, hug the knee in towards the chest and then step the left foot forward. Drop the back knee. Find that nice stretch in the front of your right thigh. And now we're going to heel toe the foot towards the edge of the mat and come to an angle with the foot. Your hands are both in the inside, and we're going to roll over to the outside edge of the left foot. Okay? Left hand comes to the inside of my left knee and I push it away as I open up through the left shoulder. Good. So you can stay here for a couple of breaths, or you can join me in this flow, which is a deeper stretch, a deeper opening for the hip. So the left arm circles forward, up and back. Now I'm going to press into my right hand, lift the back knee and roll to the outside edges of both my feet. Inhale to come back forward. Exhale, back, outside edges of both the feet. Inhale forward, last one. Exhale, roll to the outside edges of your feet. Nice job. Come back forward, hands come to the floor. Your legs stay the way they are, and you can either stay here or you can bring one elbow to the floor, or even both. So coming into a variation of lizard pose here. See wherever you reach, without any judgment. So remember, this is all about accepting. So just accept the way that your body feels today, or where your body is at today. Just one more breath wherever you are. Feel that opening through the hip. Breathe into that area. Can you let go a little more of any gripping? Nice job. Bring back your palms down if they're not already there. And then heel toe your foot back to center. Press into the hands. Lift the back knee. Step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Let's bring the toes together. Nice. Lift the right foot nice and high this time. Bend the knee. Drop the toes towards the left side of the body. Keep pressing the ground away from you with both the hands. Lift the knee, open up through that hip. And let's start to draw circles. Just imagine that fluidity in that joint. And in the other direction. Staying with your breath, listening to the sound of your breath. Nice job. Bring the knee in towards your chest as you shift your shoulders over the wrist and step your foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee, heel toe your foot towards the edge of the mat. At an angle, you're going to roll to the outside edge of your foot. Nice. Right hand this time comes to the inside of your right knee and pushes it away as you look over the right shoulder. So we're not dumping our weight into the left shoulder, we're pressing away. Nice. So you're welcome to stay here or join me now. Circle the right arm forward, up and back. Lift the back knee. Roll over to the outside edges of both your feet. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale forward. Last one. Exhale. Outside edges of both the feet. Press away from the ground. Nice job. Let's come forward and let's take whichever variation of lizard feels good on this side. So the legs stay the way they are. So we either come down onto one elbow or both. Or we can stay right here. Whichever you choose, breathe into that hip. Allow a little bit of softness into that area of the body. Listening to the sound of your breath. We're just going to stay for one more breath. Nice. Bring back the hands down. Heel to the foot back to center. Hands frame your foot. Press into the palms. Lift the back knee. Step it back into downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale to look forward. Step the right foot forward and bring your hands to the front. So we're going to set ourselves up for goddess posture. Your feet are about 4 feet distance apart. Bring your toes out, heels in, and bend the knees. The knees are facing the outside. Reach the arms up, lift up. Exhale to come back down into goddess. So find that softness in the inside of your hips here. Knees are out. Reach back up, inhale. Exhale, sit nice and low into goddess. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands to your knees. Push the knees away from you. Lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale forward. Exhale other side. Inhale forward. Now we're going to move into Skandasana. So lift yourself up. Feet stay the way they are. We're going to come into that side lunge. Okay? So either your heel comes down or not. That's fine. Toes point or flexed. And the knee is out. So we're going to keep flowing. You either use your hands to transition into the other side, or you push through the legs and power through the legs to move. Keep flowing. Whichever you choose, make sure the knees opening up to the side. Remember, this is about hip opening, so you don't want the knee to cave in. So keep going. Breathe. Nice job. Let's do the last one on either side. Skandasana. Good job. And let's come back onto the mat. So slowly and carefully come to a seat. And we're going to come into Janu Sirsasana. So first, we're going to extend the right leg and bend the left knee. Sole of the left foot to the inside of your right thigh. So a little soft bend in the knee is absolutely fine. Keep your foot flexed. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to flow forward. Inhale up. Keep flowing, stay with your breath. Exhale, fold. Doesn't matter how low you go. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Nice, and slowly look forward. Bring your hands back towards you. And before we transition to the other side, let's bring both the soles of our feet together. Let the knees open up wide. Just let gravity do its work here. You can grab onto your feet, to thumbs inside. Open your soles up like a book. So we're not going to stay still here. We're going to keep moving because this is the theme of today's practice. So inhaling to lengthen the spine. Exhale to round through the back. Maybe your elbows push the knees away, chin towards your chest. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, round through the back. Push the knees away, chin towards your chest. Last one. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, round. Enjoying every movement. Nice job. Straighten up the spine. Use your hands to guide the knees back together. And let's switch to the other side for Janu Sirsasana. Sole of the right foot in. Left foot is flecked. Reach the arms nice and high. Exhale, fold. Soft bend in the knees if you need to. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale. Let it go. Fold forward. Last one. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale. Fold. Nice. Look forward. Slowly walk your hands back towards you. Cross your shins, bring your hands forward, come into tabletop position. And another one of my favorites, hip openers, pigeon pose. Now from here, we're going to bring the right knee in front of our right wrist, behind our right wrist rather, and the heel or the ankle in front or behind the left wrist. Okay, now slide the back foot away, the back knee away from you, the left leg, making sure it's in a straight line until your hips come down onto the floor. If you feel that you're opening up through the left hip, you place a block under the right hip. Okay, you want both your hip bones to be level. So we'll keep flowing once again. You can untuck the toes behind you. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Once again, keep your hips square. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Imagine the waves of the ocean and that movement of your spine. Nice job. From here, palms down, tuck the back toes under, lift yourself up, and we're just going to switch sides. So this time, the left knee comes behind your left wrist, ankle behind your right wrist. Slide the right knee back, making sure your hips stay level and square. Shoulders are square. Make sure the back leg is nice and straight. Inhale and exhale. So see if you can send your breath into the hips. So like I said earlier, our hips tend to hold on and store a lot of emotion. So see if you can let that melt away into the ground with every breath. It's not uncommon to see tears falling from the eyes sometimes in this posture, because we're really letting go of any emotions that we're holding on to. So if that happens, just accept it without any judgment. Last one. Good job. Hands come back to the floor, tuck the back toes under, lift yourself up, come onto tabletop position, and we're just going to end our practice in Shavasana. So extend the legs forward, make sure you have enough space behind you. Hold on to the backs of your thighs, roll down, and lie down into Shavasana. So completely letting go physically and mentally. Take some time here to allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And maybe visualize and imagine yourself floating peacefully on the surface of a river. And the water of that river just cleansing and purifying any stagnation from your mind, from your body, from your life. And all that negativity or anything that you wish to release is just getting diluted and flowing away from you. I invite you to stay into Shavasana as long as it feels good for you, staying with your breath. I thank you for joining me in today's practice, and I trust that you will find that strength and that ability to go with the flow with more ease and peace as you step off the mat today. Namaste.